I'm cheating a little bit on my first razor. This is a Gillette Old, and I when I bought the razor, the head was in good condition. It's an old Gillette open comb razor. The head was in very good condition, but the handle was cracked and dilapidated. But the I had a Merkur razor, a Merkur open comb razor, which I really didn't care for. I believe it was the 15C. And when I looked at the handle on the Gillette, and I looked at the handle on this razor, it was almost identical. So I use that with this. The only problem I have with this razor is when this Gillette was made, Gillette had a whole different style of blade. They had like a rectangle blade with three holes in it. The newer blades are a little harder to align, but once you align it, you actually have an open comb razor with a fairly mild shave. So this isn't one of my most used vintage razors, but it's one I do like. This is a Cooper razor made in Brooklyn in the 1930s. They had their own blades, the Cooper blades, but you can use regular double-edged blades on them. Of all my vintage razors, this one really gives me the best shave, and I think it's an underrated vintage razor. I've seen it on eBay and Etsy and other sites, and a lot of people think you need the Cooper razor blades for it. You really don't. It gives me an excellent shave, and it's one of my favorite vintage razors. So that's the Cooper open comb razor. This is a Gillette Tech. It was made in the 1930s. It was a revolutionary razor in its time. It was the first razor made for the new blade, originally the ProBack blade that later became the standard Gillette blade. There's two tabs at both ends of the head to secure and keep the blade even, and the bottom plate is made so that literally the blade is curved down at an angle, and this razor was made from the 30s till the 90s by Gillette, and it gives a rather mild shave, but the blade sits flush, and it's at an angle, and it can give an extraordinarily good shave. And the Gillette Tech remains one of the most popular vintage razors, and it remains one of my favorite razors. This is the Gem Micromatic razor. It's made in the 30s. It's a single edge razor. By turning the bottom, the top comes off, and a single edge blade sits squarely in here, and you simply turn the bottom, and you've got a excellent shave. it's it's fairly aggressive, but it's engineered in such a way that um, it feels very smooth. Um, and the only issue with this razor is you're going to need to get the gem blue blades, which are the only blades I would recommend for shaving. But this remains an excellent razor, um, and one of my favorites. This is a 1955 Gillette Super Speed flare tip. It's a mildly aggressive razor. It's a twist to open, which is sometimes called butterfly or silo door razor. Um, to see how well this is engineered, you really have to watch the top cap as you turn. It comes together and then it presses down, which makes the blade secure, even, and this gives a very good medium aggressive shave, and it's basically a classic. One of my favorite razors. This is a gem flip top razor. Blade sits securely in here, and you simply flip the top down. You get an excellent shave with this, but the single edge razors, you need to learn how to shave with them. You're basically putting the top against your skin, and you're giving it an angle. If you begin to shave with a single edge razor, you're gonna really fall in love with the quality of the shave. These single edge razors are no longer made, but they're available all over the place, and the single edge blades are available also. And once again, I recommend the gem blue blades, which are the only blades really made with a quality for shaving right now. This is a Schick injector razor. You basically press the injector blade key, which loosens the head and then pushes a blade right in. The blade sits even, flush, and it gives an incredibly good shave. Has a Bakelite handle. This is one of my favorite, not only my favorite vintage razors, it's really one of my favorite razors. And I tend to use this maybe once a week or more. They are coming out now with the injector razors again. I would really recommend that you try to get one of the Schick or Eveready injector razors from the 50s. It gives an excellent shave, and it's just a well-made, well-designed razor. This is a Schick Krona, made in the 1970s. This model. Schick made this razor from the 60s until the 80s. It's a twist to open razor. Really well made. Has a plastic handle with really a good grip. It's well balanced. It's a fairly mild razor, and the razor tends to lay flat in this, so you need to give it a bit of an angle. Um, it delivers a very comfortable shave. It's an excellent razor for beginners. I, uh, I I think I use this more for nostalgia than anything else. But if you want a mild shave with little irritation, and to use a well-made vintage razor, this is a very good razor to look into.